Cool. How do I do it like that? Wow. So they got this whole Christmas theme going. Pretty cool. Alright, so what's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Was just doing streams today because I had some extra time and I wanted to go over some of the stuff that we talked about during our earnings challenge for our account challenge on Xtrades. So I know for a while there's always been some people that had some issues and like, you know, and they have confusions of how the strategy works sometimes, because a lot of times we do calendar spreads, and then sometimes we do full cost spreads, and every once in a while we do some, you know, straight puts and calls, but majority of the times we focus on the calendars. So I just kind of want to go over that a little bit and explain that a little bit better for some few people that are new and that haven't, you know, played this as often. So just kind of set that up, and then for some refresher videos for people that want to get used to it. Alright, so let's see what earnings we got going on next week. Okay, so next week we have Dave & Buster's. We have Mongo.8 database for Monday, Dave & Buster for Tuesdays, Casey's, Toll Brothers, Restoration Hardwares, Costco, Fort Mills. Some interesting companies. Let's see. Let's check out Costco's. I want to see where that's looking like for next week. The COST. So a calendar spread is when we have a front month, when we're like selling the front month and we're buying the back month. So if we're doing Costco next week, right? Let's pull up COST.
Yep.
Costco. Yup, what's up? Yo, so just be aware whatever you say, we'll probably be able to hear on stream as well.
Got it.
So just looking at the calendar spread for Costco next week. Man, I feel like we should have done the FAQ before we started this just to
mm,
clear up some more questions for some of the people that were struggling with.
mm,
So looking at Costco, just going over the calendar spreads and what's the point of them, how we play them. So looking at Costco, if we're looking at calendar spread, this is actually a really good example of being in the middle. Um, Costco just came back down on Friday, or this week, came back down a lot, hitting the middle of the range over here around 520s. So next major support, like as you can see, like if when it's at this area, next major support's either the yellow line, which is around 490s, or if they did really well, they could potentially recover back to like 560s. So if I was on the bearish side, I probably get puts for 490s. And if I was on the bullish side, I can get puts for 560s, but I probably go a little bit further out as usual. And this is why sometimes some of these positions you see me say longer term bullish, shorter term bearish, because if it drops, it's gonna drop really quick. If it goes up, it could potentially goes up. It could potentially go up really quick too. But at the same time, even if it drops, sometimes they do recover. Sometimes we do see a V-shaped recovery where it goes like pew, and then it goes pew, and it comes back up. So that's why we go longer term bullish every once in a while, looking for that opportunity. So on Costco, if we're going to the downside and we're looking for 490s, um, let's drag this to that 490 range. So that means is by the earnings date, or by Friday, whether Costco goes to 480s or 490s, we're still gonna make money because we're paying so little for the contract, and the premium's just gonna get burnt off on that shorter dated contract. And if as long as it moves in our direction, the the other side of the contract is gonna cover it. So this is Costco. If it goes down to that 490 range, 480 to $500 range, we'll make money. This is almost like a no-brainer. It's like, why aren't you doing it? Because it's free money here, right? Even if we're doing both sides, or we could potentially make money as long as it goes to our range. So you just want to shoot in an area where you're covering like a 5% range, but that's also dependent on like what the expectation of the stock is and what they expect the stock to move to. So every once in a while, the stock does move outside the range, and if you undershoot and you think it's gonna go to like 490, but it goes to like 470, that's when you're in trouble. Like 470 or 460, it goes too far away, you're gonna be in the red because you didn't cover that. So that's why a lot of times when I'm picking the targets, um, a lot of times when I'm picking the targets, I'm trying to pick an area that I'm pretty confident we're gonna have a good chance to bounce at. So one of the good example of that was one of the trades we set up this week. Um, where is that spreadsheet? So one of the trades we set up this week was CRM. So CRM, we did the $255 puts and $310 calls. So I was leaning a little bit bearish on CRM, because I seen that a lot of cloud companies was already taking a beating this week. So I felt like I felt the wind in the air, and I saw that they were blowing it bearish. They were blowing it to the downside. We saw some companies got killed, like absolutely murdered this week. You saw Splunk this week, Young Bo?
Yeah, people were trying to buy the dip, but it just kept going down. We're all the way at, wow, we're below June lows. So, yeah, I
It
mean,
was
these things are
it was
probably
ugly,
over.
right?
Yeah,
Like people were thinking, no way it was gonna drop. No way it was gonna drop. But it did.
yeah.
Was there any cloud earning that was bullish this week?
Look at crowd. I don't think crowd was pretty bad too. Uh,
Yes. So a lot of
Vastly.
the cloud earnings had pretty ugly guidance.
Mm.
They were it was just overall pretty bearish week for the cloud sector. And I was also leaning a little bit bearish just because, I knew that the market sentiment was also kind of bearish as well. So it was just like in general, like I feel like everything was like going to our favor in the sense that, market sentiment was bearish, cloud sector wasn't doing so hot. And then, you have like inflationary trade where like inflation was gonna be bad for some of these cloud sectors if they raise the interest rate too.
It's better to play uh these calendar spreads because of the high VIX, right? Because when VIX is high, premiums tend to be more juice because of their IVs getting juice.
Yeah, that's so. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's with most options, as long as you're selling some options.
Mm.
If
Yeah,
you're
VIX
like,
VIX is like 30.
yeah, so if it's any time when the VIX is very high and you have one of the legs selling options, you could probably, make money, especially if you're playing option strategy, where it's dependent on burning when you're depending on burning like premium. So if the premium is high and you have the strategy that's dependent on burning the premium and it's in your favor, then you're gonna make money. So this was CRM last week. The reason I was looking for that 250 area to hold was because if you understand the basics of support and resistance, um, back in February 21, we have when the stock tried to run up, it had some resistance here and it got smacked down. So you saw how hard that rejection was. Same thing here, July 20, what was it, July 2021. The stock ran up to that 255 range, got rejected, came back down, did it again that area, and then again here, and then again here, and it finally broke through, and then came back and back test this area. So this is an area that we know has been tested around one, two, three, four, five, six times prior to earnings. So it's been around that area so many times. So that's identified as a good support
Mhm.
slash resistance. The support and resistance is the same line, but it's only called a support when the stock candle is above the line. If it would be a resistance if the stock candle was below this line and trying to move back up. So since it's
Let's
trying to
see.
bounce here, this is a support line, right? So that's how I figure we did the $255 puts side. And it was also extremely cheap too, because that's why we have three, because when we're looking at the call and the put ratio, we want to kind of be risking around the same money. And just to buy one call, it was like $120, right? To buy like one put spread was only $40 because apparently people didn't think it was going to drop that hard. People weren't doing their research and
Mhm.
they weren't looking at that support and resistance level that we're talking about. But you know who looks at like money makers, man? The big guys, they always look at it. They know where the support and resistance is and they know where they want to hold it. So once it came back to this area, it attempted to break it. 3 days, yo. 3 days
Mm.
they tried to break this level. Um with no success.
Yeah.
Retail traders tried to break it. People just keep coming in. They love this level. So that's why I kept bouncing off it, and by Friday, our premiums got burnt. So that was
Mm.
one of those things where I wish we held to the last day, and to the last minute because so much money was made on
Yeah.
that, man.
Dude, that was almost $800 play, I think.
Yeah, dude, look
Yeah.
at that. So how much we risked on that?
Oh,
So we
max loss $38.
so we risked about
Nothing.
$40, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, well, when I opened it on this, it was $38, but it really
Hmm.
cost us $40 to open it, because premiums are all over the place. And then if you held it to dust on Friday, to burn the maximum premium, It's saying that it closed at like 467, man. Holy smokes. Let
Yeah.
me look at this historical chart. Bro. Oh, the premiums is just so
Mm,
juicy.
dang. I th-
Actually,
uh,
this is something I want to show you guys. When was the earnings on CRM? Was that the first or that
I think
was
it
the
was earlier. It
it was
was
on
earlier the
Tuesday,
week.
right?
Mm.
And then we saw the spike drop here. On Tuesday, it was worth somewhere around this, I think, for some reason. Oh, this price thing is all over the place. It's all over the place.
Yeah, that was weird.
But pretty much the premium gets burned more and more in the last day. As you can see from like this Costco chart, right? By Monday, if it's in our range, if it's in our range of 490, it'll be worth 325. But on Tuesday, it'll be worth 403, and then on Wednesday, it'll be worth 501. You see that drastic jump,
Mhm.
$3 to $4 to $5, and then Thursday it'd be worth $6.40, and then on Friday it'd be worth at market open it'd be $9, but if you held it to close, it could be worth as high as $11. So, and the reason it's jumping so much is because we're selling the short dated leg, which is the December 10th leg, and that leg has a $2.40 premium, whereas the other leg has a $3.80 premium. We're buying it for 143, but as we get closer to Friday and it stays above 490, that short leg, that $2.40 premium, is gonna get burnt away. It has a data burn of 66 cents, so it gets burnt on a daily
Whoa.
basis. So that means the longer we hold, the more premium gets burnt off the bone. And our long side, as long as it's moving in a direction, our long side is just gonna keep getting worth more and more. So that's why a lot of times I always advise people, man, if we're looking to close our tray, try to save them for Thursday and Friday, especially when we open these trays like super early on Monday or sometimes even on Fridays, and the earning happens and we, everything goes as expected, bad earnings, stock drops, and all that stuff, like hold that tray till Thursday or Friday when the premium gets burnt off, and we get to keep so much of that. That's why I advise so strongly about it. But I see that a lot of people, they get weak handed sometimes,
Mm.
and then like they get shaken out of that tray. Like like on CRM, like some people took profit early. They were like, yo, I went from 40 cents to 80 cents. Yo, that's easy money. I made so much money there. They got out, right?
Yeah.
Um, and then they were like, there were some people that got out. Oh, even I got out. I think I got out at
Yeah,
$2.40.
we had like three, what was it, three puts. So we
Mm-hmm.
sold one for 80, another for I think 200 or something.
Yeah,
And the last one was like the moonshot.
yeah. And
Uh,
the last one, just boom, yo.
yeah,
I think this is one of the best trades that we ever had in this challenge too.
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, this is ideally what we're looking for. I think the last time we had such a big banger was eBay. But we
Yeah,
didn't even gamble that much money because we were just starting the challenge and we only gambled a total of $90 at that time. But as the challenge goes longer and longer, and we built more and more capital, you know, um, the count's around like 2,000 and something right now. Even with like some of these trades that are pretty pretty red because things aren't going in direction. But I think some of these could recover too because they have so much time. We bought so much time on them. Let me see. Even if we put like zero on all of these.
yeah. I think that Roblox play was pretty good too.
Yeah, even
That
if we
was a
put zero on all
huge,
of these,
yeah,
the trade with the account would be at least 2,500.
Yeah, it should be a good amount of profit. Not too bad. But these strangles are pretty good because if either direction the stock goes, we'll still make some amount of profit. And if it goes uh one direction, like a huge amount, then we'll profit even more.
Yeah,
Oh, oh yeah, almost foolproof.
honestly it is,
Hmm.
especially
Yeah.
on like days like this too. As we doing these challenges and is going further and further, I've noticed that like we have the best success when when the market is super wild. Because especially since we started playing both sides since the market was so wild, that was one of the big change that I had this week. Like if you notice, starting this week, I did a lot of plays where we were playing both sides.
Mhm.
Whereas last week I was more inclined to play one directional. You know, I was like, yo, we either gonna go one side and it's gonna go our direction or it's not, right? But this week I started playing both sides because market was so volatile that I'm pretty confident that, you know, whatever side direction we go, it's gonna go close to our direction as long as we have a really good way of identifying the support and resistance. Um, and then secondly, when market is so volatile, when the VIX is very high, what that really does is that it provides opportunity for a lot of like rubber band effect, you know, where like we can go down really hard, but we can also recover really hard. And especially when we're buying time with a lot of our plays, if it goes down really hard and it comes back really hard, we could potentially make money on both sides. You know that?
Yeah. We get like uh I think I remember the Kroger play. The call side had a longer expiration.
Yeah.
But
Oh, actually, I ended up closing this position at 0.15
uh
on the put side. I still have the call side
mhm,
because the earning was extremely bullish.
mhm,
But I feel like something like CRM, where a lot of people are discounting it, they may not see this 260 come back, but December 17th, that's a good 10 plus days in the market
yeah. It's like two
for
weeks.
yeah, for CrowdStrike to come back. And I mean, look at this company. CrowdStrike at 260. For CrowdStrike to recover to 260, that's this range right here, right? In 2 weeks for this company to come back to 260s. I mean, look at these other times where they drop, it's just red, and then bam, slingshot right back, right?
Mm.
And this is within that 2 week time frame too, right here. So slingshot to 170, and then came back to like 217. That's a $47 move, man.
It's nuts. We're at like uh what are we at?
200 right now. So 200 to
Yeah.
260, that's a $60 move.
Mhm.
It's a little bit higher, but I think that's possible. I think that could happen, man. So that was a bad earnings drop where they dropped on earnings and came all the way back mad hard. I mean, but this time we have the market too. If the market recovers and this company recovers along with the market, it will slingshot back like crazy.
Dang. Yeah, VIX is still super high. So I mean we'll probably see like maybe some more crazy moves for
Yeah.
next week.
So VIX is super
Hmm.
high, which means we gotta take advantage of that, man.
Yeah,
We
for
gotta
sure.
like take advantage of this opportunity while it's presented to us, because this only comes like so many times in life. Like you only get some of these opportunities like once a year. I mean,
Mm.
once in like a few months in a year max, you know, for it to come down so much. So we gotta take a look at a lot of
Yeah,
stuff going on this week. I think some of the
all in.
I think some of the big
Yeah.
movers could be Casey. This is like a super unknown company. Not a lot of people are aware of it, but I've seen this company move a lot. Stitch Fix used to move a lot as well, so premium's always going to be baked in there. Dave and Buster, I think we've seen this move a lot too, but it can also go in either direction. That's a reopening trade, COVID related trade. So those are some big ones that I'll probably look to play this week on Tuesday. Then we have some on Thursday that these are going to be big players too between Chewy, Lululemon, Oracle, and Costco. But for some of these though, we really have to get that price target right. If we don't get it right, it's gonna slap us in the face, smack us in the face. So that's kind
Yeah.
of the calendar. I think the calendar is one of the best. It's one of the best strategies that we ever encounter, man.
Hmm.
Especially in this situations. So
Yeah.
calendars are generally a neutral to mildly bullish or bearish strategy. So the bullish and bearish part is, how you are like what direction you're going on it. A lot of times when you're doing calendars, you're using at the money strike to make the strategy neutral or slightly out the money, giving your bullish or bearish bias. So you're just selling the short term play and buying the long term play and just letting the options market help you. Because a lot of people, like if you've been trading a while, for those people that just started trading for like a few months and you get into it and you're like, yo, the market is a scam. Options market,
Hmm.
especially whenever we buy in options, it always goes against us, right?
Hmm. And
And
that the other side wins, like whatever
yeah,
we lose.
yeah, the house, the
Yeah.
casino
Yeah.
always wins.
Mm.
But this is actually one of the opportunities for us to both be a gambler and the
And
casino.
yeah,
So
we are
that's
the
why,
house.
yeah, we're like the house and the player.
Mhm.
So that's why I like the strategy so much, man, because we're playing both sides. We're selling a position and we're buying a position. So we're collecting premium from somebody that want to gamble on the weeklies, and by selling that premium, and then we're making a bet ourselves on the longer term. But that bet has to be defined by your technical analysis knowledge of finding the target area and looking for it to go to that target area. So if you could do that right, and and you're good at your TA, a lot of times that's gonna work out in your favor, and it's just literally them giving you free money, dude. Like just slapping money at your face. Take it, man. That's what the market is. The market is just a lot of free money. They take money from people making degenerate bets and they just eat them.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
we're finally on that side of it. We're at that level where we're taking that. So that's why calendars
Dang.
are one of the best for earnings right now. The other ones that we do for earnings a lot is the bullish spreads and the bearish put spreads. So those are the verticals. Verticals are pretty useful if you want to go a little bit further out. You're just looking for things to move in your direction. So, like, let's say if we were, let's pull up Costco as an example again. So let's say I'm looking at Costco. I see that it's like about to break that area of support right here, and I think that it could, continue to break the support and go down a little bit further to 490s, right? Uh,
Dang. It's a big move.
it's a big move, but it's also not impossible of a move as well.
Yeah. It's that's Costco is in XLP, right? Let me check.
Probably XRT.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh, it has only only has 4% weight, 4.7% weighting in XLP.
Oh,
So it's not that crazy for it.
so like
Uh,
like Costco, if we're like bearish for the next 2 weeks or next 3 weeks, first you have to sit there and you kind of figure out how bearish you are for next 2 weeks, for next 3 weeks, and you got to check the premium, see what the premium's looking like. So let's say if we're bearish for the next 2 weeks in the market in general, we just identify that can go to 490 on the downside. You could, instead of buying the $490 puts, which you know is going to be hella expensive, right? Which you know is going to be super expensive because Costco costs so much to bet. Instead of doing that, you sell the 490 and you buy the 495, which only costs you $64. And your opportunity to make profit on that is 436 max profit. So you're spending $64 because you're paying for the difference of buying one and selling one. And if Costco goes to that range over here at 490s, Let me show you how much you can make. If it goes to 490s by that time that we're looking at, which is that Friday, December 17th. If it goes anywhere there from Monday, if it goes there anywhere from Monday to last Friday, this is how much you make: 160 to 430s. That's on the last day, on the last hour, which is really
Huge
easy
chunk.
money. It's a pretty reasonable bet too, because we have seen that happen before.
Mhm.
When it drops, bro. Like over here, last October, it dropped all the way from 380s to 356. So sometimes the higher they go, the the further they can fall.
Yeah. Let's
So
see.
a lot of these strategy, we're just utilizing buying premium and selling premium on one side to cover our plays. And it's good for small account because we're making like these bets by buying and selling.
Mhm.
That's like almost like that's like almost being like in the mafia or something, man. Like leveraging something to pay for something else, right?
Yeah.
That's
And
what we're doing a lot of times.
the risk to reward is really good as well.
Yeah.
Like we're not. These are really cheap plays,
Mm-hmm.
but they also yield a lot.
Yeah. You know what I wish that option strat would do though? I wish they would like have something. They have like so much space right here, bro. They have so much space right here,
Uh.
which I think that right now they're just saving the space for advertisements, right?
Mhm.
That's probably when I'll pay for option strats when they like when they finally put advertisements and it started getting really, really annoying. That's probably when I'll pay for option strat. But as of right now, it's a great free service. But I wish they would have a space somewhere over here that says buy X contract, like it will say just buy the 495 contract and sell the 490 contract because people always get confused by that, yo.
Yeah. I actually did as well. I had to change it up.
Yeah, because like this is easy for the people that are setting it up. Like for me to set up this play, I know exactly what I'm doing. But for somebody else, if I'm sharing this link to somebody else and somebody else looking at it, they can't see this, man. They don't know like what 490 and 495 means. They're just looking at it like, huh?
Like, like what is this?
Yeah,
Mhm.
what is this? But if you click
Yeah.
on it, it does tell you. But if you're not clicking on it, you just look at it like, I don't even know what that means. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna shoot a message to the guy.
Option strat.
Yeah, because actually, the company is so small. Even the CEO, he literally responds to like bug reports and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, because one time my account bugged out and I messaged him, and like the CEO responded. I was like, oh wow.
Oh yeah, I remember. Didn't he thought he got banned or something.
Yeah.
Making too much money. Damn. How was their flow service? Like their live option flow or flow
I'm not
algo?
sure. It looks pretty interesting. It's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
So let's see. So based on them, let's check for 4 o'clock. Let's see how the option flow looks. So it doesn't really tell you about what people are buying or selling. I don't think.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
oh, it doesn't say if it's at the bid or ask.
I don't think so.
Oh, I think there's a setting on
Yeah.
the right. Yeah.
It says above bid or below bid. So it's above
Okay.
ask or below bid. The below bid is when they're selling. Above ask is when they're buying.
Hmm.
So it looks like we got here on Friday. People are selling the SPY 451 put, so they don't think it's gonna
Hmm.
break under 451. That's bullish.
Wow.
Um, wow, what is this?
Bear put spread.
So bear put spread is buying the 435, selling the 415. Wow.
Whoa.
So
uh,
they're looking for the drop.
pretty bold.
Yeah, they're looking for the drop.
415. What is there?
So pretty much they don't think it's gonna be they think it's going to like 435 and under. This might just be a hedge position. I mean, damn.
Let's hope it is.
Yeah, so as long as it doesn't recover, this position is green.
Yeah,
236 to make 17 something.
that's a bold move. There's a 2 million, $2 million sweep.
On the put side,
Yeah.
very bearish. It says,
Yo.
wow, people are really like they're really betting on the downside. Really
Yeah.
think it's going to 432. Why is that
Going downtown. Jesus.
432? I think they want the
No
move
way.
here to this
Oh.
level, to this the support level here, like 427s.
Uh, we haven't really seen anything like that since I don't even know.
Well, I mean, I did joke about it in the chat a lot about the Santa rally.
It being a scam. We got scammed.
Cause like you know how a lot of people always talk about Santa rally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, Santa rally. They said it only goes up. They said most bullish time of the year. They said, but I'm getting flashback of the 2018 Christmas season. So it's
Man.
kind of like this over here. I remember what was
Yeah,
it?
what happened?
Uh where is it? Is it right here?
Oh, I see it. Dang.
Oh, it's right here. Christmas of 2018.
Mhm. We were supposed to have a double bottom, but
Yeah, it was a nice double bottom here.
boom.
Um, market was rallying up. You know, nice double bottom. People are like, double
Bullish.
bottom pattern, boys. Double bottom pattern. Santa rally. Let's go. You know. So I remember everybody was hella bullish, man. And then December 3rd, December 4th hit. The market started coming back down. Kind of at that point, we're at December 4th. The
Mm-hmm.
market's been going down. And then it almost set up reversal right here, but it didn't reverse. It just ended up coming down more. And by Christmas, December 24th, Christmas on the 25th, right? December 24th, we have essentially killed Santa. We died to the point we were so hard, and then after that, after Christmas, we finally rally. So it was like one of the biggest rally ever too. Huge rally, man.
Yeah.
How to read option strat. The option strat stuff is pretty explanatory. If you're talking about spreads and flow, the flow is a little bit different. The flow, this is like the late data, right? Because we have the free version. It's just showing you what like other people are buying and stuff. So based on the reflection here is like showing that people are pretty bearish.
Just to interrupt for a bit. If you guys didn't fill out the monthly survey yet, make sure to do so and let us know which one of the traders helped you out. And if you put your Discord ID survey yet at the end of the survey, you'll be entered into a $50 award contest or raffle prize. So, and if you get picked, you also get the winner circle badge over Xtrades.
Ooh,
So, yeah,
that's pretty cool.
yeah, only 2 people have it. Who's gonna be the third one?
Oh
Let's see.
snap! So yeah, this is the November top trader. So kind of pick the analyst that you like. You know,
Our boy Timehawk. Let's go.
Time Hawk, Remy, Kevin, Guru, Moonshot, Swing Jam, Skep, Alexander, um, Chris, JTW, Preston. Pick everybody.
Everybody wins. Yeah.
Everybody. Just go check the list. And then what's this? Contributors and junior traders.
Mhm.
Squeezy,
Haven't
X Trigger.
haven't seen J Trader. Haven't seen him.
Who's that?
I don't know. Haven't
Oh,
seen him.
oh, even Moon Man is on this list. John G. Moon Man.
Moon Man.
Uh, Name one thing that will turn you into an X-Tray lifelong user. Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question, guys. I mean, you guys can also put your opinions here too. And you guys can also put like, thank you. I appreciate that, Cup of Magic. I mean, you guys can put your opinions here as well. You know, what you like us to change, what you think, we could do better and stuff. Whether it's like the options elite channel, like I've been hearing from a few people that they said like a lot of the elite channel used to be so clean and used to like have really good charts on there, but now it's full of like just like garbage because people throw so much information there, but it's not that much detail anymore, and it's just like super biased and useless. Like, what's the point anymore, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's something you guys can say as well. That's something that could turn you into a lifelong user because we have a lot of old users too. And talk to some of them like, man, like that used to be a place where you used to find gems, you used to find really useful
Mhm.
information. And then now it's just another, like, it's like off topic almost. Just so much stuff being talked there. I don't even know what's going
Yeah.
on anymore.
Yeah. I think you probably put your market outlook analysis probably in the watch list. Otherwise, it'll get completely buried, and
Yeah,
people have
I
to scroll like for a few days to get there.
I mean, that's a good idea. I mean, I kind of want
Mhm.
to put it on the watch list, but at the same time, I want people to still be able to appreciate the options elite channel as well, because that's supposed to be a good area where we make good posts. So like, obviously I could put it in watch list anytime, but I feel like I want to be able to revive the elite channel at one point, man. I want to be able to like even go there myself and just look at the elite channel, and when I'm bored on a Saturday or a Sunday and we just want to find good place, I'm like, wow, you know what? Shit,
Mhm.
this is a good idea. Right?
Yeah. Now it's like, oh, where do I go?
Yeah, now it's like, what's the difference between this channel and trial list channel and like discussion channel
Mhm.
and like options chat? It's kind of
Mhm.
sad.
I mean, technically, the description of the channel says this channel is for discussing stock or options trading. So it doesn't really specify that it's only for uh like analysis or setups. It says discussion. So
That's true. I mean,
could
but
probably
one,
change it up. Yeah.
but I remember one point when they really set up the channel from the initial. There's a lot
Mhm.
of pin messages too.
Mhm.
um they say like for example, when Dan started out this channel, he says, ask yourself if what you're saying here will bring value to others reading it now or even in the future. If the answer is no, head over to options chat or off topics. So pretty much the options lead channel, he wanted to be like useful and valuable discussion. Example of this would be useful observations, analysis, charting, market related news outside market hour, and educational question and answers, things like that. Um, but now we're just at a point. So like for example, if I was looking at it, I was like, man, I have this one play that I think is really going to play out well. This is what my thought process on it and stuff, right? I will post it there. But like now we just have like people that just like they just like randomly throw something there just for the sake of trying to make the post, because they think they're getting paid money to make the post there, and it's just gotten too crazy, man. Because like if you're gonna put it like for me, if I'm gonna put something there, I'm gonna like make that tray. If I put something there, there's a good chance I'm gonna make that tray or take that tray. So if I'm gonna put something, I'm gonna put something that I would trade myself. But I think a lot of people don't think of it like that. They're just like, yeah, I just saw so much setups, but I only have like $100 in my account, so I can't make that trade. So
Mhm.
hopefully, maybe somebody else will make that trade. But yeah,
You know what'd be really cool? I've seen some other Discords. They have their own like taxing services, like taxing assistants.
really,
Like there was actual like certified accountants, and
oh
they were
wow,
helping. Yeah, they were helping out some members getting their taxes filed,
that's pretty
and
cool.
it's kind of pretty cool. Better
What else?
than going in person. I don't know.
Yeah, what else is new? I remember you were telling me something crazy happened right in Japan.
Oh yeah, the what's it called? The Fuji volcano or mountain. It's not a volcano yet, but there was some kind of earthquake, and I think it was 4.6 magnitude. 4.6 magnitude, and people there are afraid that it could trigger an eruption. Oh, 4.8 magnitude. Okay.
What does this mean?
I don't know. This is on the low list of keys though. I looked up. I was expecting like when I looked up Mount Fuji, I was expect that to be in the headlines, but I had to look up Mount Fuji volcano news. So it's still on the down low. Nothing crazy yet.
Wow, Mount Fuji looks really cool.
Yeah. When was the last
Yo,
time it erupted? Let's see.
I'm not sure. Yo, there's American version of this?
Really? What was it St. Helens?
I have no clue where it is, but I've been to it.
Oh,
I visited it one time.
is it in? Oh, it was in Oregon?
I think somewhere in the East Coast, man. I'm
East
not.
Coast. Oh,
Yeah, I don't. I think it maybe is in PA. I'm not even sure,
oh,
but
yeah,
I've
the
been there
poke.
one time. Like
And we,
like the American version of it is pretty cool. Took some
yeah,
pictures and stuff.
we have some mountains in PA, like the Poconos. Let's see.
Cause I remember one time I was just looking like for cool places to go to,
Mhm.
with like my date and stuff, and that was one of the places I went to.
See, yeah.
Wow, it says the last time the volcano erupted was in
Yo.
1707 to 1708.
Oh, how bad was it?
Ooh, so it erupted and it just hit this whole area. I think. I guess.
Oh,
Could this be the Black Swan event? The
I
thing
mean,
that
what? Yeah.
caused the market to drop? Like, could this explosion, like symbolize the implosion of the market?
Oh
Find
man,
out.
literally a blow off top.
Blow off top.
You
Find out
know
in the
what?
next series of
Now
Xtrades.
that actually happens to some